Hello family, welcome and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. In today's video, I'm going to share with you another very delicious and yummy breakfast recipe that you're going to love. Let's get to today's video. To my black mixing bowl, I'm going to add 1 kilogram of all-purpose wheat flour, 4 tablespoons of baking powder, half a tablespoon of salt, and 8 tablespoons of sugar. And then all I'm going to do is to mix my dry ingredients together well as shown in the video. Then I'm now just going to be adding my warm water bit by bit. You can't use cold water for this part of the video. The water has to be warm. I'm going to add my warm water bit by bit and knead my dough, my soft dough as shown in the video. And I'm also going to make sure my dough doesn't have lumps. So when doing this, you have to make sure that you knead your dough well. Take your time and knead your dough well. I'm now just going to rub some oil to my dough, and then I'm going to knead my dough again for a few minutes to mix it well with the oil that I just added. And our dough is ready, and look, like you can see, our dough is soft and lumpless. I'm now just going to cover my dough with a polythene, and then I'm going to cover it with the lid. And then I'm going to let it rest overnight. So the next day, here I am. I'm just going to uncover my dough, and then I'm going to knead it for 2 minutes as shown in the video. Moving on, I'm just going to rub some oil to my board. I divided my dough into 3 equal parts. I'm going to lay the first piece of my dough, and then I'm going to spread it. I'm going to roll it with my rolling pin, to make it flat and larger. Then moving on, I'm just going to use that container top that I have right there, that transparent thingy that you can see, to cut my dough into those beautiful half moons like the one that you've just seen right now. So you can use any lid top that you have at home. And since today we are going to be making half moon bites, I used that tiny lid that you can see right there. And so all I'm doing is just cutting my dough with it. Like you can see in the video, it's pretty easy. You don't need any skill. So I'll leave it watching for a little while so you can see how I did it, and I'll be right back. So like you can see, I laid our half moons on my tray right there. I just oiled my tray, and like you can see, it will make work easier when I start frying. Then moving on, I'm just going to preheat my oil until it's medium hot. And then all I'm going to do is to just add my half moons as shown in the video. And when they rise above the oil, I'm going to turn them. If you've been watching me, like I've said in my other videos, when you're working with a dough, you have to prepare your dough well. And if you're cutting your dough, you have to pre-cut it and prepare them and lay them on a tray or something to make work easy when you're frying when you're frying your dough, or when you're preparing your dough, something like that. I know you understand that. So you guys, like you can see, some of our half moons are already golden brown. So I'm just going to be waiting for the other side to cook too. And I'm not going to lie to you guys that all of them are going to be perfect. Like the shapes are going to be perfect. So the shapes were DIY. We didn't have like a tool to do it. Yeah. If others don't turn perfect, you're just going to let them be. And when you're making bites, it's really hard. Some of them don't always want to turn, and that's a challenge. So all I'm going to do is to remove the ones that are ready, and for the ones that refuse to turn, I'm just going to like oil the top part that doesn't want to turn, or I'm just going to turn them with my spoon around several times until the part that is looking white that doesn't want to turn golden brown is a little golden brown. I'm going to remove them from the oil as shown in the video, and then moving on, I'm going to be doing my second trip. So I'll leave you to watch me for a bit and I'll be right back. When I'm doing this, I'm frying my half moons. I'm also cutting my dough. When the ones that are on the gas stove are cooking, I'm cutting the rest of the dough. So it's all about multitasking. And this second trip, most of the shapes were perfect and just a few were not. So I'm just going to remove the rest of it of my second trip as shown in the video, and then I'm going to set them aside. And after some time, after they cool, this is how they turned out. They are soft and fluffy and they are beautiful. The half moons turned out looking really good. This recipe is perfect for snacks and it's also perfect for breakfast, especially this holiday or festive season, you guys. So moving on, I love these bites with some yogurt glaze. Yeah, I divided my half moons to 3 equal parts and I set the other 2 parts aside. I know you understand what I mean by that. So I'm just going to add my 250 ml of vanilla yogurt to my silver bowl right there, and then I'm going to add my first half moons. Yeah, I'm going to add some of my half moons to my bowl with my yogurt, and then all I'm going to do is just to turn them around and roll them in my yogurt with my spoon as shown in the video, and then I'm going to remove them and set them aside on that tray behind my silver bowl. Then moving on, this is the rest of my remaining yogurt, like you can see right there. So all I'm going to do is to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder right there. You can't use food color here, you guys. You can't use food color since you are just going to be eating this like this, and you are not going to be recooking anything here. So I'm going to just use my cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon, and then I'm going to mix it together with my yogurt, and then I'm going to go in with my 2nd tablespoon and mix it again. Then I'm going to add my other half moons, or the second part of my half moons, and then you're going to chocolate glaze it, like you can see right there. So if you don't intend to use cocoa powder, you can melt your chocolate bar in a pot with some milk and then add it to your yogurt. But the bad thing about that, it won't be thick. So all I'm going to do is to just roll my half moons again on my choco yogurt mixture. Yeah, that's a little catchy. And then all I'm going to do is to just remove them and set them on my tray right there. And then for the third part that I divided, I didn't do anything about them, and like you can see, I'm just arranging them in the middle part of my tray right there. Yeah, these bites are so good, you guys. You have to try them. Since I made them the first time, I can't get enough of them. I just come up with new ideas to make them again, you guys. And like you can see right here, this is how our bites look. Thanks for watching. I hope you tried this easy recipe, and kindly subscribe to my channel for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.